Joe Schmidt alone with his thoughts in Rome. Photo, David Rogers. Getty Images Ireland climbed their Everest in November, now they're behaving like England ripped off their oxygen mask and they're freewheeling down the mountain. In terms of performance, they are certainly descending from the levels they achieved on their final outing as a first team in 2018 against New Zealand. In 3 months their form has dipped and their confidence has deserted them. Comparisons are being drawn with the World Cup in 2007 and the only saving grace is the timing. Joe Schmidt has a number of months to figure things out. The other positive is that Ireland have gone to Murrayfield in Rome and won while going through this crisis of belief, scoring 7 tries and conceding 3. Their back catalogue is helping them stay on track while things appear to be going so badly wrong. Schmidt is not sugarcoating the issues his team are going through. The coach does not have a magic wand and wasn't about to try and sell fans a pup when he was asked to convey a message to those who have spent big money to travel to Japan in the autumn. Swords on the night New Zealand fell on their swords in Dublin, the travel companies saw a massive spike in bookings. Those who pulled the trigger must be fearing for their heavy investment. "Look, I would just say I am as worried as they are," he said. "I do not have any crystal ball, other than to say I know how hard this group work, and to say we have had fantastic support, and the group massively appreciate it." The amount of green in that stadium, in Rome, there was a real fear of letting those people down. There is a fear of letting themselves down, but the players, don't want to let those people down at all. I know because I work with them on an individual basis. I know how hard they work to make sure they deliver the performance they are looking for. Hard work is the tonic, according to the coach, who also has a few selection levers to pull in the coming weeks. CJ Stander should come back into contention for France, as will Jack Conan, Robbie Henshaw, Gary Ringrose and potentially Joey Carberry. TADHG Bjorn showed his ability for Munster on Friday, while Rory Best, Cian Healy and James Ryan will all come back in after being rested for Rome. For all of the talk about continuity and cohesion, this has been a disruptive campaign. So far, Schmidt has used 34 players across the 3 games. Some of the rotation has been enforced, other changes have been by choice as the coach uses the competition to build towards the World Cup. That will continue to be the case, with the New Zealander looking to use the 6-day turnaround between France and Wales as the ideal preparation for the pivotal pool games against Scotland and Japan, which take place over the same time frame in September. "We will just keep balancing it and keep trying to have a look at combinations," he said. "We don't get a lot of time with the players, so we want to maximize this time to give a bit of opportunity to players and learn a bit about them. It was good to give a bit of an opportunity to a few players in Rome. We will keep cataloging that, and that will help us build towards some decisions down the line. He will continue to invest in the future, but he is concerned by what's been happening in front of his eyes. I'm worried. I was worried this time last year," he said. "This time last year we won 37-27 against Wales. We're 30-27 up in the last play of the game and we get an intercept try to get a differential. I think you can sugarcoat things sometimes because of where you end up, not because of what you did in the process. We beat France with a late drop goal, in injury time. I felt we were super in the first half against England last year, but that's probably the benchmark and that's what we've got to keep working our way back towards. But as you saw with England, against Wales, it doesn't take too many changes. I think England aren't quite the same team if they're missing a few players that they are missing as much as they've got a strength in depth of other guys coming in, so it is fickle. We feel that we can put a really good performance together and it's got to be in 2 weeks' time and then we've got a 6-day turnaround to Wales. We start the World Cup with Scotland and then a 6-day turnaround to Japan, so I think, for us, that's a perfect opportunity to get as close as we possibly can in a competition to where we'll need to be, come Rugby World Cup. Confidence is an issue, but Schmidt believes hard work is the only solution. They go to Belfast this week for another camp where they will continue to look for solutions to the lack of attacking flow and drop in energy. Sometimes it's just about taking a step back, he said. We always talk about going forward. Sometimes you've got to take a step back and take a deep breath and not panic, because I think the players were I suppose a bit broken by the fallout from the England game, and then suddenly they start to question themselves. I think the coaching staff, it's our job to re-energize the group and reignite the confidence. As soon as you lose that confidence, there's a couple of times where I felt we could have taken a risk against Italy, but we didn't take the risk because we're feeling a little bit suffocated, and you can't play within yourself, not if you want to beat a good team, and the good teams are tough to beat. Irish Independent.